Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. I'm Ken Scove, the founder and owner of the LA Connection. We're celebrating 48 years of dishing out fine comedy improv in both short and long form. Tonight's on-camera online show will be a long form. We're doing two long form pieces. I will describe those in just a second. Let's meet the cast, starting with Roberta.
Hi there. Enjoy the show.
Bobby. Well, you say Bobby and he just leaves. He is just a tricky man, Bobby. He'll be back though. See, that was great, Bobby. Nice trick to try and get more attention. Uh-oh. Can you hear us? He's frozen. Uh-oh. That'll be terrible if Bobby's frozen. And Lindsay. She's not frozen.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining again. Enjoy the show.
Playing the part of Bobby will be Lindsay now. No, I don't know what we'll do. Yeah, I think you just have to kick him out of the room. And then this is online improv at its best when you have to actually do this. You guys can go minimize yourself for a second if you want anyway. And we'll see if Bobby comes back. Okay, so the two games we're going to play tonight, you saw them kind of dressed up. There's Bobby. How you doing, Bobby? No, he's okay. You're back now? Okay. Then Bobby's learning how to work with a camera. Anyway, he's in Hollywood, and I'm not going to give you his address because you might show up at his house and show him how to work the camera. The first one's Juvenile Hall. I'll be the warden on the Juvenile Hall. And let's just see what the Juvenile Hall looks like. There it is. Okay, you can see we have different people in the different cells. Juvenile Hall means they have to be 17 or younger. They could be close to 18. We have two cases today, Gypsy and Lola, that I'll be working with the counselor. Roberta, we can bring her in right now. The parole officer, Bobby, we can bring Bobby in right now. And the case manager, Lindsay. And here is Lindsay. So these are the three people I'll be working with today to determine if Gypsy and Lola are going to be released soon. They're both turning 18 within the next month. One within a couple weeks, Gypsy. And we have to determine, based on talking to the case manager, the parole officer, and the counselor, are we going to parole them and let them go free, go back to their families? If they don't have a family, would they go to a shelter? Are they going to go back to a low-level prison? Because these are just small crimes these juvenile hall people have committed. Gypsy's been in here for about a year and a half. She's been in here twice. She was in here the first time when she was 13. Her father ran off, and she was raised by her mother. Gypsy got into trouble stealing makeup and cigarettes and liquor when she was around 13 and 14 years old. So she came in here at 14. She was here for a year. We let her out. You guys know Gypsy. And she came back in a year and a half ago, and she's almost 18. So about 16 and a half, she came back. 2 weeks from now, she's 18. We have to determine if we're going to, again, place her somewhere or parole her. She came back in the next time, Gypsy, she stole a car and then actually had a car accident where she ran into another car. No one was injured, but there was carjacking, stealing, and she also had some marijuana in the car as well. And that didn't come from a medical place. So that's why she's in here. Lola, you can talk about Lola. You all know Lola. She's been in here a little over a year. Lola is very abusive. She beat up her boyfriend, who was 18 at the time. She was 16, just turning 17. And she beat him up using not just her hands, but a baseball bat. And he had to have surgery on his knee. She didn't hit him in the head, thank God, but she hit his knees. She does have a history of violent behavior to her siblings, her mother, and her father, who also previously was in prison for manslaughter. So that's the makeup of the two people, just to go over these cases again. So I'm going to meet with Roberta first, and then I'll meet with each one of you, and we'll talk down these cases. Okay? All right, Roberta. So, Roberta, let's talk about Gypsy first. How has it been going with Gypsy? Do you have any recommendations?
I think she's just lovely. I think she's terrific. I think she's ready to go out in the world and just fly, fly, fly.
Okay. Do you believe she should get a license for driving again since she did get in an accident and, you know,
Of course, everyone deserves a second chance. Of course,
well, this would
she's
be her third chance, by the way, just to remind you, she's
who's
been in.
counting, Kent? Who is counting? She is a
Okay.
lovely girl and she has all these wonderful tattoos. I'm
Mm-hmm.
impressed.
Mm-hmm. Um, one of the tattoos, you had a day with her where you took her to a tattoo parlor.
I did. It
Uh-huh.
was it was called like a field trip. You know how in
Mm-hmm.
school I figured they
Mm-hmm.
were feeling sick of homesick and not feeling like they're going on school trips.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to
Mm-hmm.
my tattoo artist. I have about 30. You
Mm-hmm.
can't see them. I mean,
Right.
I
Right. I
tried to
know.
show Bobby. I did show Bobby. But I just figured she'd get a lovely tattoo for her birthday.
Okay. Okay. Um, so, so you think she's doing well? I will be talking to the other people about her as well, but it seems like you're being a little light. I mean, she has had some, she threw the garbage can out in the yard, you know. I know she's not really violent. Lola's the one who's much more violent, but I don't know what happened, why she threw the garbage can, but that happened like within the last 3 months. So obviously she's still, and if she carjacked, that was, she obviously had to get into the person's car. She has, thought about breaking out. So I know that you wanted to take her out and see if she didn't. And when she was getting the tattoos or other places you've taken her, do you ever get the feeling she was a flight risk?
Oh, absolutely not. That's just teenage angst, hormones acting out. So what
Mm-hmm.
if she threw things or
Mm-hmm.
teenagers? That's all.
Mm-hmm.
She's a
Mm-hmm.
lovely girl.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, she actually wants more tattoos. And then I did let her drive my car home.
What? That's no.
Oh,
You
well,
shouldn't have told me that. That'd be a violation.
well,
She doesn't even have a license. They took her license away after
well
the accident.
she was crying and it was her birthday and she said she wanted to drive. So I let her. She drove very well, only like 85 miles an hour.
Okay. Um, she also went to because there's the car. We have because it's a company car. We have the cameras on those cars. You know that,
I didn't know
and
that.
yeah, we saw that you stopped at it looked like someone's house. A gentleman came outside. He went into the house. You came back out with a bag. What was in the bag?
Oh, silly me, my memory. I probably
Uh,
donuts,
mhm, mhm,
sweets, birthday cake, cupcakes.
mhm. Okay,
Probably.
we have we have the bag. It's in the safe. So maybe we'll bring that out later and open it up together. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Let's talk about Lola for a second. Lola is violent still. She's bent one of the bars, which is unbelievable. I don't know how the hell she did that. Apparently, she's lit fires to some of the garbage cans, um, and this is all within the last 4 months. I'm not sure she's ready to go out. She's threatened other people. She ever threatened you?
Of course not. She told me all about it. She's been working out. I'm encouraging her. She wants to go out and join this lovely club called Queens of the City.
What is that?
I don't know, but they get a jacket and they're all strong and they all
That's a
work out.
gang. It's a gang.
Oh, she would never do that.
Uh,
She's a very strong girl.
okay,
I
so
think she should be let out too. I'm all for their freedom.
you don't seem to be I mean, you say this almost with everybody I bring up to you. There's only been one or two cases in the last year that you thought they shouldn't go free. They need to
The
go
one that
to
hit me in the face. Yes, that
right,
one. That
right,
one.
right. Well, that's because you threw your pen at her.
I think she insulted me somehow, insulted my hair or one of my tattoos. One of my
Okay.
tattoos popped out. I must have been showing Bobby.
Okay. Well, you're going to be talking with Bobby later, and you'll be talking with Lindsay. And between all three of you, let's try and work this thing out. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you very much. Okay.
lovely.
All right, Lindsay. Okay. So I'm not going to tell you what I just heard from the counselor
Well,
because I want you to be able to tell me from your words
mhm.
about Gypsy first. What's going on with her case?
Well, as you know, it's a very delicate case because she's Bobby's daughter, so we have to be um, especially kind to her. I guess that's what he said. He's like, stop yelling at my daughter because I
Mhm.
was willing to, or I wanted to put another 5 to 10 years on her sentence until he threatened me.
Bobby threatened you?
Well, he said, that's my daughter. If you do that, you won't have a job anymore. And I know people. I know
Really?
how to get rid of bodies, like that kind of stuff. So, um,
Now, you have a history of making shit up. Okay, you know that. So I
okay.
just want to make sure what you're telling me now is the truth because, we've had to send you to counseling, not our counselor, of course, because I don't want you to talk with her. So we send you to people about your lying because sometimes you say stuff to me and then I go and find out when I talk to the actual juvenile, like that you're making shit up.
Okay.
So are
Well,
you these
I've
like the
essentially,
bodies? Did Bobby really say bodies? Like I can get rid of bodies?
okay. Ugh. He might have not known, said, I know to get rid of bodies,
Okay,
but
thank you.
like, he was threatening my job slightly. But he would never, he doesn't, he can't hurt a fly. But I felt bad for him because he wanted to get to know his daughter and out of prison, and I wanted to keep her in prison for 10 years. And I, Roberta's changed over the past, I don't know, I want to say a year and a half. You know how like strict she used to be? She used to like get into physical altercations every single day with these inmates.
I think she's smoking
Again,
weed. I think she's smoking weed now.
I think weed, and I think she also started having this big secret, not so secret crush on Bobby, and
Hmm.
she's been wanting to impress him and show him her softer side, and she's especially like, easy on Gypsy. I think she like took her out for like a joyride or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Gypsy. She took Gypsy out, and Gypsy got a tattoo, and she let Gypsy drive the car.
They got matching tattoos.
Yeah, so it sounds like Bobby might have influenced her decision on that deal.
Yeah,
Matching tattoos. Interesting.
matching.
What were the matching tattoos?
Um, she wants to be her mom. So she got
What?
like mama bear and like baby bear tattoo. They're bears, but it's like a mama bear and a baby bear type of thing. It's kind of cultish, but you know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go to Lola. Lola's been very violent. Even recently she was throwing garbage cans and lighting them on fire. Not Gypsy was throwing, but Lola was lighting them on fire. I don't know what the hell's going on. And she actually bent one of the bars.
Yes.
She's strong as hell.
No.
And well, then she thinks she wants to go join the gang, the Queens.
Some gang, some street gang. And I guess like their like weapon of choice is like a bat with like barbed wire around it. So I think she's like halfway in just because like her initiation with beating her boyfriend up was successful. So they're willing to take that into consideration when
Mm-hmm. Did
letting
she
her.
ever say if her boyfriend was part of a gang, and that by hitting his knees, that made her go higher up in this gang, and that's where she's going to go after she leaves? Is there any correlation between her boyfriend and a gang?
I I think he was in a gang and he
Oh,
wanted to get out of that gang.
I see.
And you know how like sororities and fraternities, they have like their thing, and
Yeah.
one sorority girl is sisters dating one of the frat bros, and he was going to get out of his gang, and then they could no longer be together, kind of, because
Mm.
she had to date somebody from the other gang, and so she took a bat and smashed his kneecaps in. I mean, it's kind of romantic when you think about it that way,
What?
but
No, I don't know if that's romantic.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. So look at.
Been in a relationship and I haven't, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing. You can't bring your boyfriends here to have lunch in the facility because you've had
They're
three different
always different.
boyfriends. Yeah, they're always different boyfriends, not always
Yeah.
different parts of the facility.
Yeah. No.
So I don't know what's going on with you. I know that you joined one of those dating sites. I don't even know which one it is.
All of them. All of them.
Oh, you're in a bunch. Okay, so
All
you're
of them.
okay.
And
So, and I know that you don't get to get out of here for lunch. So now they're meeting you for lunch during your lunch breaks and stuff. But maybe you should meet them out in the parking lot. Don't bring them in here where everybody sees you with a different guy eating at the lunch table inside. You see everything surrounded around us here, and you're eating almost over near my computer sometimes with you. That's weird.
it's, I mean, I feel safe inside. Some of these guys I kind of like have meeting up. Like, I don't know if I trust them at all. So I want to feel safe. But when I start talking about my stance on things, the prison reform and that kind of stuff, which is just like,
Yeah.
we don't need it. We need more prisons. When I start talking about that and like how, you know, death penalty needs to be used more often, when I start saying that kind of stuff, they kind of are like, especially the guy
Yeah.
from Christian Mingle. He hated that.
Right. Right. Yeah. I just don't bring the wrong kind of person here because I don't want to have any sort of a breakout. Because you could be dating a gang member. We don't know it, and they're setting you up to come in here and break everybody out. That's why I prefer you not eating in the facility with someone who shouldn't be in here. Okay, I'll talk to you later. I don't have everybody else talk to you as well. Thank you so much. Okay, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, so
fired up.
yeah. Okay, so Gypsy. Yeah. I mean, I heard stories about her being your daughter, but now it's been confirmed that Gypsy's your daughter. Is this an illegitimate daughter? Because I didn't know you had a daughter. The last time came in here, you weren't working here. So,
Yes, this was from an incident that happened some years ago. Unexpected. So she is my daughter. I have split custody, but I
what?
really don't.
You
Yes,
still have custody because does she know you're her father? Because the record said that her father ran away.
it's a secret custody. So I will well,
Does she know
um,
you're her father?
no, she does not know.
Well, then how does Roberta know? And how does Lindsay know?
Lindsay, Lindsay is all up in my business ever since I started here. I wanted to tell you about that because I'm kind of tired of her. She tells everyone all of my business. No one was supposed to know that um, Gypsy was my daughter, and now everyone knows, and I'm sick of it.
Well, does
Lin-
Gypsy know now too?
Probably, I'm sure
I
Lindsay
see.
told her.
Okay. Okay. Weird. All right. So
Um,
that makes a little bit of a conflict of interest because Lindsay thinks that she should stay longer, but she felt that you threatened her.
oh, she felt that I threatened her, huh?
Mhm.
That's wow. That's let me tell you about Lindsay. Lindsay stalks me. Okay. Lindsay's in love with me and she doesn't want to admit it. She stalks me. That's how she found out about the whole gypsy situation. She follows me home. Um, and I was gonna come to you and report it, but now she's making up more lies.
She
I
does
mean,
have a
you know
tendency to
that.
make stuff up. Yes, she does have a
Yes.
tendency to make some stuff up. Anyway, so now this is why she's dating all these men, because she wants to show everybody she's dating a lot of men, so she didn't have to make up that she was dating a lot of men. Now she actually is doing that. Anyway, she's strange person.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So Gypsy, I don't think we can. We'll have to rely on the other ones about Gypsy, and if we're going to let Gypsy out. But let's talk about Lola. Lola's been very violent, even lighting one of the cans on fire out in the yard is 3 months ago.
Yes.
She tried to break out of her cell. I know we don't have hard metal like regular cells, but we still have pretty strong stuff, and she bent it.
Yeah.
And there's rumors that she wants to go into the Queen's gang.
Yes. There are those rumors. We also found out. I don't know how this got in through. She has some connection outside, but she's been taking testosterone supplements, which is why she was able to bend that bar.
How did she get those?
We don't know. I suspect Lindsay. I always suspect Lindsay whenever anything is weird.
Well, she wouldn't
So,
want to do that because she would rather keep her in prison longer.
yeah.
I could see Roberta, who seems to be getting into some drug use.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they were going into that house for.
Yeah.
Gypsy to get. So that's a fact that she's taking testosterone.
Oh yeah. If you listen to her voice, it's much deeper. Her strength is just crazy. Um, I'm worried she's gonna actually take too much and kind of damage her
Well,
body. But
have you tried to find where this is so we can confiscate it? She shouldn't be having this in here.
yeah, I cannot find there's someone on the inside who's
I
sneaking
see.
it to her,
Got
and
it. Okay.
yeah, maybe Roberta. That is probably yeah.
Well, you're going to be talking to everybody. In fact, you'll be talking with Roberta just after I have the case manager meet with the counselor. Okay, so why don't you and I go take a break for a second, and let's have the case manager and counselor talk now. Okay, so thank you. I'll see you guys later.
Hi, Lindsay.
Roberta.
I'm not talking to you first after you're bad mouthing my Bobby.
Pretty sure he's not yours. And no matter what tattoo you get with his daughter, you're never gonna get him.
Nope. And have you gotten him? I don't think so.
Have you seen how many guys I've gotten recently?
Oh,
Way too many to count. Too high of a number.
I think we've all seen Lindsay. I think we've all seen.
Yeah, you are just jealous.
I'm not jealous of you. I took Bobby's daughter out, Gypsy, and we have our little tattoos.
Mm.
And Bobby loves it.
What happened to the old Roberta? The cool Roberta, the one that we used to have lunch together and laugh about how we're gonna keep these juveniles in we called it unlock the Pope. What was it? What did we call it? We came up with a very funny name. It was like, it wasn't like the Slammer, but it was something cool like that. I don't know. The Slammy. I think we called it the Slammy. We were like, we're gonna keep him in the Slammy for like 30 years, and we were like, we'll even plant stuff on them if we have to, write false reports. Ha ha ha. That was the good days. Those were the good days. The days when you used to bring pepper spray and like hide like objects just in case a kid came up and you need to shank them really quick. Like, honestly, where is that, Roberta?
You ruined that for me, Lindsay. Once you started talking about Gypsy and you found out it was Bobby's daughter, well, I am her mother. Years ago, Bobby and I met somewhere else, and we had a night or a, a week, and nobody knows this, but she is my actual baby bear.
And then you gave her up for adoption?
I couldn't handle it at the time. I had a steroid problem. I was bench pressing and lifting, and I was taking
That you
hormones,
look
HC and youth hormones and growth hormones and
you
working
look
out.
like at first when I first started here, I thought you were a man and you were kind of attractive. And now you completely look like a woman. So um so you just gave it up for adoption and you gave it to like some like deadbeat mom, or like did you even
Thank
think
you,
about
Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay, for making me feel even worse than I do about myself. I'm
I
trying to make it up to Gypsy now.
it was a good idea because then it created more juvenile delinquents and we have more people here. So I mean, it wasn't terrible that you did that. Like,
Didn't want to give.
Okay, excuse me, ladies. Lindsay, come on and see me for a second. Bobby, please go in and see the counselor for a second and talk about the case.
Bobby, I couldn't help it. It came out. It came out. Lindsay, you know how Lindsay pokes us and pokes us. I had to tell her that Gypsy is our daughter.
Okay,
It's
but
out. It's out.
I know, but now we're this is a conflict of interest now. We might lose our jobs.
Well, you know, she pushed me and pushed me and pushed me and said, "What happened? Why have you changed?" Asked me why I stopped doing the steroids and everything. And you know, I think you also. I'm angry at you about Lola, how you busted me because I'm
But
trying to help her pick up where I left off with the weightlifting and the competitions. And
yeah, but first of all, Roberta, I mean, we're kind of, we're not.
but I
We,
love you, Bobby.
I know you do, but we've moved on. We just have our daughter, and that's it. And what am I supposed to do? When there's people pulling bar, you're giving her too much testosterone. She's gonna escape.
Well, I you know, I had to stop because I got pregnant. Because
I know.
you told me you loved me years ago. You said that week that we were getting married, we were eloping with the Elvis in Vegas.
I know I said that, but that was a long time ago, and Lindsay is
Oh,
jealous because she's in love with me. We know this, and it's
oh,
just causing a lot of issues here. Um, I think we need to I I think we need to get Gypsy out of here.
oh,
So we need to both be on the same page at the meeting that Gypsy needs to go.
oh,
And
oh, then we should move in together and bring Gypsy and live with Gypsy.
well, we can send her to her mother or to
Her
her.
mother,
Well, I mean to her mother that's been raising her.
that awful woman.
I mean, it's I'll take care of her too, and you could see her sometimes.
Sometimes I know I want to keep her here. Then I want to see her all the time, every day. Now I see her every day.
We can't look. I think we need to get both of those girls out of prison. And it's causing a lot of drama right now. We need to get rid of both of them. So,
Okay, Roberta, if you can come out and see me right now, I need to send the case manager come in to talk to Bobby, see if we can get these ladies out of here.
um,
wow. Well, 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 well. Well.
well,
So I had a little fun chat with your ex and found out that Gypsy is both your daughters. Guess what that makes it? A conflict of interest for both of you. And the deciding vote if she should go or stay is mine. Um, uh, I mean, we could do 10 more years for your daughter, or you could marry me.
um, that's a that's a big leap there. You're blackmailing me?
I think that's what the name is. Yes, blackmail.
You're blackmailing me, so you want me to marry you, and you'll let her out. Is that what the deal is?
Sure.
Why do you want to marry me? I know you're in love with me. That's what everyone says.
I mean, you've been saying it to everyone, so why not?
Don't you think um someone might find out about this blackmail, and won't that cost all of us our jobs?
Well, it probably would, and Gypsy in the meantime will just have to stay in prison.
Okay, if everybody could come back in, I've listened to all the cases. I think I'm ready to. Gypsy, according to Lindsay, gave me a really nice readout on Gypsy. So we're going to send her to Rikers, and she'll be there just for, I don't know how long it's going to open ended, but she wrote a pretty good thing. And I can't have either one of you guys making a decision based on that. And I really don't want her going back into your custody because of you kind of misleading me and lying to me. And Lola was, she was in the yard, and she apparently was able to, she has the strength now where she was able to actually rip the fence apart. And she was able to actually touch the electric part of the fence, and it actually blew the fence. So I don't know what the hell's going on with her body. She must have some metal in her or something like that now, because to blow up our system. So she's gone. She's gone. So I'm going to have to put both Roberta and Bobby on suspension based on what I've heard about you. And Lindsay, you'll be getting a raise. So thank you very much.
Lindsay,
Everybody, you can go to take a break. Take a break. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye. Wow, that was Juvenile Hall. Who would have thought that the people who run the Juvenile Hall are worse than the people in the Juvenile Hall? Only in our story. I'm going to switch to a dude ranch. Right, because, we're going to do a little thing on the dude ranch now. You can see I'm up here in Montana. Got myself a beautiful little dude ranch. And I have Roberta was working here with her husband for many, many years. Her husband recently was hit by a bull and gored. It was terrible. He was our wrangler. He was trying to wrangle up some of the bulls to mate, so we could have some more calves and things like that. Well, that didn't work out too well because he got gored, and that was about 3 months ago. So Roberta now was just guest services, kind of worked around the house and helped people with whatever they needed in terms of food, or to do liaison for the cook, or liaison to the wrangler to set up any sort of activities and things like that. So she's now the wrangler and guest services. And, I do a little bit of guest services since I own the place. And we have a young married couple who didn't get to have their honeymoon. They've been married for 2 years, and they decided, okay, they didn't have enough money at the time. Let's save our money. Let's buy a little house. So they put the down payment on the house, so they didn't, use that. And Bobby and Lindsay is their names, and they were out here wanting to go to a dude ranch for their honeymoon. I thought, wow, this is fantastic. I was so happy to have them here. So let's bring everybody in. We're going to sit outside for a while. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, okay. All right, so it's really nice to have you. So Bobby and Lindsay, you look like you're ready for our dude ranch. You look really good, and that's great to have you here. And I'll be talking with you shortly. Roberta, who was our guest services person, and she also is our wrangler now. She'll be taking you out on the rides and things like that, when you want to ride the horses. Now, keep in mind, her husband was the wrangler. They've both been working for me for 17 years, ever since I turned into a dude ranch about 18 years ago. I said, look, my kids are all grown up. I got to do something, My wife passed. She was young. It was terrible. So I said, I'm bored. So I said, I want to look at this house I have here. You know, it's got like 8 bedrooms. I said, let me just turn it into a dude ranch and bring up different people. So we can bring up to 6 people at a time here. But it's not quite summer yet. So, you know, May. So we thought, okay, let's just start a little early. We had this honeymoon, and it's actually really nice. It's just the two of you here who've been married for 2 years. And I know that Bobby, when you called me, you were very excited to bring Lindsay up here because Lindsay she's a city girl, and she hasn't really ever been on a horse, and hasn't experienced a lot of things in nature. I know, Bobby, you grew up in a small town where there was horses, and you know, you were able to, you know, learn. I know you didn't grow up on a farm or anything like that, but you grew up in a rural area that had horses, and I know that you've ridden them, according to what you told me, because I asked these questions. You haven't ridden bareback, so you're not a real horse rider till you ride bareback, you know. Now, we will have you in saddles, don't worry about that. So we're going to have you meet with me in just a few minutes, just the two of you, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. But I want to meet with my wrangler. I'm going to talk a little bit about maybe some things for you. You want to go out and see your little cottage? Go ahead and look out there. Look at that cottage. A little nice view of the lake.
I'm ready. I got my horse coat on so I can just blend in with the horses, and I got my hair out so they think I'm a horse.
Okay, now you remember now, this is your first time because the season just opened. They're our first pair, and I know that you've never done the wrangling before. We didn't have a wrangler. I couldn't find a wrangler. It's hard to find a wrangler when 3 months ago your husband, the wrangler, got gored by a bull. And that's a terrible situation. I didn't mean to bring that up, but I mean, we do know that happened, and I just want you to get it out now. I know you were cooking split pea soup at the time, and you thought it had something to do with the exorcist, and the bull was a devil, and you wanted to do an exorcism on the bull.
I did.
I thought, you know, that's because you're cooking split pea soup doesn't mean it's the exorcist in the movie and the whole connection and stuff. I know you're into some metaphysical stuff because I know sometimes I hear you chanting in your room.
I do. I talk to my husband every night.
Oh.
He told me to wear this, and then I went and I smacked the horse on the butt. It kind of kicked me in the head a little bit, gave me a little bit of a headache.
You don't want to be smacking a horse on the butt unless you're maybe on it and you slap it to make it go a little faster, something like that. Or maybe you want to create a stampede or something. You want to knock into something. Might slap the horse in. But slapping horses isn't a real good thing. If you slapped him a certain way in the back, he's gonna buck up and kick you.
Yeah, that's what he did. I've never been on a horse.
This is what scares me. That I'm going to send you out there to do some riding, and
oh wait, I got to ride a horse. I just figured I'd look like the horse and pet the horse, and rub and say, "Look like a horse."
I mean, the idea is you're going to take him on a horseback ride.
A ride?
I can have you know, one of the other ranch hands saddle him up and put everything else on him. You know.
Oh wait, that's that big thing I'm going to put on its back?
Yeah, God, you never went out there much,
did
you?
That big heavy leather thing goes on its back or on its butt?
Well, you don't have to do that. No, not the butt. The back. Usually the back's a little bit swayed down a little bit, sometimes more than it should be on some horses. Oh. The older they get, the bigger the sway. We put the saddle on there, and when we put the bits in there, you know, so we...
Oh, that would hurt the poor thing. I don't want to put anything in its teeth.
That's the only way you can get the horse to go different directions. You have to have that, okay?
Well,
don't worry. All that will be in. Maybe you don't even talk. Maybe what you do is you walk. Just walk them and let the horses walk behind you and take them on a walk, and they ride.
I could do that. I could walk with the horses, but I'm not putting anything on their teeth. That's just cruelty to animals.
The other people will do that, okay? They have to have that, honey. Now listen.
And I can feed them. I brought them some licorice sticks.
No, you don't feed licorice to horses.
Why not?
No, apples, maybe carrots. They like apples. Apples are a real big winner. Oats, of course.
You know, my husband loved licorice. My husband loved it.
Okay. Yeah, I know he did. I know he loved his whiskey and licorice. I smelled his breath many a time. It was not a good combination, but
I
that's
brought a
okay.
little whiskey flask for the horse too.
Yeah, so I know. Yeah, one of the horses, you did that and did not tell anybody about that, and then the horse was hung over the next day and threw one of our guests off. That was just last fall. You remember that?
I do. I do. I do. I thought it would be like the licorice with the whiskey, like my husband, like my dear Billy Bob loved.
He
He
loved it
loved.
a little too much, which is probably why the bull gored him, because he did a lot of those roundups half drunk. I told him, I warned him, you're
Now
gonna
that's
piss
not
off.
nice. Rest. Let him rest in peace.
Yeah. Well, don't ride the horses by where we buried him and some of the other family members, because that might freak him out. And then you're going to say that the spirits will rise if it's a full moon. You get a little freaky sometimes. All right.
I was going to give them the whole tour of all the dead people.
No. They don't. That's no. They're on their honeymoon. We
Well,
want to
that's
make them
nice stuff.
happy. Okay. All right. Let me talk to them right now, and then you can talk to them. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now, just so you know it, you're going to be talking with Roberta, who's our wrangler. Again, her husband was the wrangler. I think I told you that at the beginning, and he died by the gore of the bull. She don't know much about horses, so we're going to have somebody else, get them all ready for you, saddle them up, put the bit in there, so you have everything. We don't want you to using the mane to, do that. So, we'll have everything on there for you. The reins, the bit and then the reins. You hold those, and the bridle and all that sort of stuff, okay? And what you want to do is you want to get on the horse from the left side. She won't know that. She sometimes thinks you go and jump on him from the back because she's seen that in the movies. No, we're not going to be doing that, okay? Left side, get on, put your foot in the stirrup, get on over, and then hold on. There's like a centerpiece you can hold on to if you're scared, and then grab the bridle and work with that to make the horse go. Don't try and kick him. Kick him in the side, he's going to run away, and Roberta can't run that fast. So you just kind of want to walk the horses, certainly the first time. Let's have you guys set. What do you want to do here?
Well, we know all that just because my favorite show, our favorite show, is Yellowstone, and if we could call Bobby Rip for the next week while we're here, that would help our marriage a
Rip?
lot. Rip.
Okay. All right. I'll call Bobby Rip. All right.
And, Bobby knows this is my favorite show. And we've had a little trouble. Sorry, it's TMI in the bedroom. So Bobby thought this might be helpful for our marriage. So
Well, wait a minute. Now you think coming to a dude ranch is going to give him a boner?
no, it might help me. So
Might help you get a boner?
no, it just might help me.
Okay, that's good. I didn't know because when you come from California, you just don't know what you're getting.
You
sometimes.
never know. Yes, I understand.
Okay.
So we watch that show every night, and
Does that show give you a boner, Bobby?
No, but well, I had a plan.
Wait a minute. You plan to
No.
have a boner? You have to plan to have a boner, or you just? I thought they're more
No.
spontaneous.
No, see, Lindsay and I wanted to. We're gonna ride horses during the day, but we wanted to do, and we had talked about this with.
Well, hold on a second, just a minute now, Bobby. Are you telling me that when you ride a horse, you get a boner?
Well, sometimes, yeah.
No, Bobby, the horses don't like feeling a man having a boner on their back.
Well,
you never told me that. That's strange. I thought
I
this.
mean, that's in the brochure. No boners on horses.
Yeah, I thought that was strange. But I thought this whole trip was for me because you were upset that I kept leaving Yellowstone on the TV when we would be intimate and kept saying like, "Oh, I wish you were that guy, Rip."
Okay, so you want him
Or
to be Rip.
or John Dutton, or
Anybody but Bobby? Is that what you're saying? That's kind of
Lucy.
demoralizing for Bobby.
No, I think that we've just kind of, we've been together for so long, 2 whole years, and I think it's just it feels like a lifetime sometimes.
Wow.
And you might need to have to spice it up a little bit. But I didn't know about this whole boner on a horse thing, Bobby. Like, where did that come from? Now I feel
Well, I thought that's what I thought you were trying to like rile me up by saying all these things. What?
By showing you a horse?
No, by saying those that you wish I was these other people when we're intimate. And so that's why I was like, well, she's trying to rile me up. She knows about my horse boners, and let's go to the Dude Ranch.
I find that, look at, I don't know where you guys, thought Yellowstone would help give you boners. I don't know if you've ever really seen a horse boner, but let's just put it this way. They kill you. Okay? So if Bobby got a boner that big, not only would he kill the horse, he'd kill you. This isn't Boner Back Mountain, okay? I don't know what you guys want out of this deal, but...
Now, I'm confused.
I didn't know.
I thought I wanted one thing, and now Bobby's telling me...
Rip.
Yeah, Rip is telling you.
Rip, but like...
Who are you, by the way? Who are you going to be?
I'm going to be Beth, obviously.
Beth Dutton, the one who beat Bobby up and get in fights all the time and go to bars and people beat the shit out of her because she's got a foul mouth and she smokes too much?
That's the one. I mean,
okay.
I feel like I could be that person. And I don't know. I just thought that this would be the opportunity that we could be different people for once. I mean, Bobby is an accountant and I'm a substitute teacher. So, I mean, we have boring lives.
Right.
And like this was
and that's why
pants.
And that's why we need the horses.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was for...
Well, what? Now, let's hold on a second now. So you want to take the horses for a horse ride so you can get a boner and then have a baby?
Well, that was part of the...
Well, what's Roberta going to be doing? She's going to be with you. She doesn't want to be watching boner babies being made.
She can, like, be the lookout.
What? For what? Like in case someone walks along and might see you doing boner baby work?
Yeah.
So she's a lookout. Okay, yeah. I'll tell you what. I'm going to ask her to come on in. I'm going to leave right now. You two can talk to her about your little idea about boner babies, okay? These people are weird. Get me out of here.
Hi there. Hi there. Hi there. Welcome. I'm your horse guide. Hi. Smile. We're going to go look at the horses. But we're not going to ride them. We're not putting a saddle on them. And we're not putting the thing in their teeth.
Oh. When can we
touch them and pet them like my coat?
When can we ride them?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to jump on them, like you just jump on them whatever way you want.
Can we could we ride them naked?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know if those horses would like that.
The two of us on a horse naked together.
Oh, I don't know if I'd like that. I mean, I just lost my husband.
Can I clarify something, Bobby? Is it the horse that gives you the boner?
A what?
Can you clarify that for me? Because now I'm not sure. And now I thought I was the one that was picky and was asking for something that you couldn't give me. And now I feel like it's you.
Well, it's not the horse itself. It's the feeling of being up high, and vibrations. You know how
Oh,
that
whoa,
goes.
whoa, whoa! Oh, whoa! We are not in Kansas anymore. Woohoo! I don't know what's going on here, but I'm like a horse wrangler, and I just put you people on the little horsey ride,
Bobby,
and
is
you're
that
talking
why
about
you rode
what you're
that
talking about.
ride, that roller coaster at the fair 10 times in a row?
Yeah, that could be. That could the yes, the horse themed roller coaster. Yes,
I
Bobby,
the
can
think
you come out
bouncer.
here for a second, Bobby? I want to put you on a Viagra drip and let the ladies talk with each other.
I don't know what's going on there, but I just lost my dear husband, and it sounds like you got some problems even bigger than mine. I mean, my husband liked licorice and whiskey.
my husband wishes I was a horse, not a horse face, like a literal horse. Like, I cannot ever be a horse, and he wishes I was one.
Well, I can lend you my horse jacket if you like, and you can just dress up like one, and you could like go get a horse outfit in the costume shop.
No, I don't want to become a horse. I want to come out here and play role play like we were in Yellowstone, the TV show. But now he's talking about horses giving him.
Oh! I didn't see this coming when he asked me. When that Mr. Scove asked me to be a wrangler, I was just like, get services. And I'm like, I don't even know what to do with the horse. I didn't think this had to do with making horse babies. I've never heard of this. Like, shut the front door.
Lindsay, come out here. I got some little surprise for you. I'm going to show you how to ride a horse bareback, and you won't need Bobby anymore. Bobby, come on in and talk to Roberta.
Hi there, Bobby. I hear you got some weird issues going on here, Bobby.
Um, I mean, it's not that weird. You don't enjoy a little vibration from time to time?
Not with the horse. I don't. I don't with the horse. I gave it some whiskey and licorice, and then it just like passed out.
So interesting. Why did you wanted to try doing something with a
Oh
horse? Is
no
that
no
why
no
you?
no 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 no! My husband, my dear husband, rest in peace. He's buried in the backyard with the rest of the people. He died 3 months ago, and he loved his licorice and whiskey. So I was just trying to like give the horses that. He used to take care of the horses. So then I smacked the horse's butt, and he kicked me in the face.
Oh yeah, you can't smack them. Um,
What do you do with the horses, Bobby?
I ride them, and it helps me. It's a natural aphrodisiac, as they say.
I don't know what that word is.
I don't need. Well, I don't need. Do you know what the blue pill is?
I don't know what that is either.
Okay. Well, horses give me boners, so
A boner,
um,
like what? Like your private parts down there go up.
yeah, yeah,
So why doesn't
exactly.
your wife just do that?
Um, well, she doesn't get it.
Do you
Um,
want her to have a horse face?
no, 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 no. It just it just gets the engines firing, and my dream was to in a few years to purchase a ranch with a couple of horses. So this is kind of warming the idea of owning horses up to her.
Okay,
Right.
Roberta, if you could come out here for a second. Lindsay just had a great horseback ride, bareback Bobby. She's feeling really good. I'll let her talk to you.
Oh, how you feeling, Lindsay?
Great. And we went to that ranch over there with all the guys roping the horses and we're not wearing shirts and throwing hay around. And I asked them if they get boners from horses, and they said, "What the hell? No, that's sick." And anybody who does that is a little deranged. And so
They're lying, first of all.
I don't know, Bobby. I'm thinking they're having Jack down the way, they're having like a little get together tonight, and he invited me to go. He asked if I was married, and you know, Beth isn't married. And
Yeah, I don't think
I said, sure. I said, hell yeah. I think I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, Beth. So you'll just stay here, and I will ride a horse, and then I will give you the best night of your life.
We don't have any horses next to us, Bobby. If you like, if that's the only way this is gonna happen, then this isn't gonna work. You know that, right? Like,
no, you didn't hear about. I was gonna surprise you. I've been saving money, and in about 2 years, I'm gonna put money down on a ranch, and we're gonna own a couple of horses, and life will be great.
Well, in 2 years, you can come back for me. For now, I'm gonna go. I guess they say tussle in the hay.
No,
with Jack, and
no.
Once you get past this crazy obsession, or you can get multiple horses, then come find me, okay?
No.
We have some wine and snack and stuff for you guys if you want to go out there for a second. Bobby and Lindsay, or Rip and Beth. Roberta, please come on back in with me. Okay. So Roberta, Bobby, I don't know. I put him on a Viagra drip, just so he could get hard without being around horses. Apparently, he went down and gave the horse the Viagra drips as well. So there's a horse down there with a huge boner who's chasing all the horses around. The stables are going crazy. So I don't think we better take them on any more horseback rides. That horse is nuts. I have never seen something that big. Okay, it's like an elephant trunk.
I don't know why you put me in this. I don't even know what I'm doing, and now you throw me into this.
Well, I'm just telling you, this is just what's happening around here.
And you were afraid of me taking them to where the bodies are buried? These people want to have boners on a back of a horse.
Lindsay, I said just go ahead and ride the horse over the other ranch and back, and apparently she met a bunch of men with ranch hands with their shirts off, and they invited her over or something like that, because I just got a call from McCain saying that apparently she's been invited over there, and he's just checking up, who she married over here, and I didn't want to get involved, so I didn't say anything, but I'm going to bring him out in a second and tell him that, they did call. Okay, you have anything else you want to say before I bring him back in here?
Well, I kind of know about that party. I'm kind of going to that party tonight too. Just around.
You sure waited a long time, didn't you?
What was that?
No, never mind. Okay, let's have Lindsay and Bobby. So Lindsay, Bobby, Roberta, you can stay out here with me. Don't try and run away. You don't have to go to the party right away. Apparently, Bobby, you gave one of the horses a Viagra drip. I was doing it just for you, so you could not have to be around a horse to spring a boner for your honeymoon. But apparently you gave some to the horse, and the horse has got the hugest boner right now, and he's chasing all the horses all around the ranch. He broke out, and he's chasing the wild horses. This horse it's like a horse on steroids, with a horny horse with the size of an elephant truck dick. I've never seen anything like this. Now,
Can
I know that
I?
might turn you on, Bobby, but I don't think you should go outside right now. The horses are going crazy, and even the bulls are getting a little. Did you give a Viagra drip to one of our bulls too, Bobby?
Yeah, I might have.
Oh my God, you really are a little bit of a monster.
What is
Uh,
wrong with you?
and the McCain's called
I'll
Lindsay. I had,
second. What is wrong with you? Not the bulls. Not the bulls.
yeah. Well, so McCain called and said that you were over there, Lindsay, and they invited you to a party, and he wanted to know what you were doing here. I told him you were married because I don't want to get any problems with McCain's later. They said, that's okay. We don't care. She can still come over. Okay. And Bobby, I'm gonna let you while she goes over there. I'll let you go out and see if you can sleep with the horse tonight after it calms down. Okay. All right. Well, uh, and Roberta, try and stay out of trouble when you go over to that McCain's, okay? This has been the Dude Ranch. All right, there you go. 2 good shows. Broke Boner Back Mountain. Okay. All right. Well, let's introduce our lovely cast here, starting with Roberta.
Hi there. I hope you enjoyed the show, crazy as it was.
Lindsay.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Bestiality is never a good thing.
Well, I did not infer bestiality. You just did. I just said it makes him get boners when he rides horses. Bobby, the boner boy.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yes. Well, I don't know if you know about it, but the thing is, if you ride a horse bareback as a woman, there's a saying that makes you quite happy. That's what I was hoping you were going to go for. But no, you wanted to go for all the shirtless men next door. But hey, come back in 4 weeks. We got a brand new show. Come back in 4 weeks. You're going to love these guys. We'll have some of our other cast members back, and we're going to put on a hell of a fun show for you.